right, gang, we're gonna have a cigar chat. It's been a while since I've had a cigar chat. It's been a while since I've had a cigar. So I should tell you the state of my cigars. It's been months. Gotta do it, you know? So, there we go. Good old Dominican cigar. So it's been a while since I've had a cigar chat with you guys, and I don't know. Saturday morning, I'm on vacation. I just thought I don't know, get your guys' opinions on a few things and tell you what's going on. I don't know if I'm going to be cop watching tonight, because tonight's going to be wifey and hubby night. So I'm just going to hang out with her, do some Snapchats. Yeah, I do Snapchats. We do it when we drink, and then we start doing funny Snapchats and hubby and wife stuff. So do that, hang out with her, listen to music. But I'm on vacation. So that means Monday morning, starting Monday, I'm going to get out there and do some cop watches. I'll try to do some live streaming cop watches. I know sometimes there's been a couple people that said I do a lot of live stream cop watches, short live streams and stuff. But look, I mean, if you can't make it, I get it. Just watch it as a video later, you know. That's what I do. I always catch up on all my subscriptions watching the videos. If I can catch a live stream, I'll jump into it, but it seems like I can hardly catch many live streams these days. I'm either working or I'm out there myself doing it, you know, or I've lost like 5. I was getting subscribers and I lost like 5 in the last 4 days. I don't know. Do you guys understand YouTube? Like, do you understand really what's going on? Because I don't. Like, I don't know what it is that, you know, nobody ever says I'm going to unsubscribe because for this reason. It just drops from like this number down to here. Sometimes it looks like a thermometer in a meat freezer, just, you know. But I don't know. But I'm not all that worried about it because I'm not here for the subscribers. I'm here for many different reasons. I do YouTube. I started doing YouTube because I had resigned from the animal control job. I was looking for work. And that was one of the times when I reapplied again at some police departments, and that's when I took that polygraph, that fucking prick. But I started YouTube, and it was kind of like therapeutic. It really was. It was, you know, like, this is fun, this is exciting. You know, it was kind of therapy for me. And I would see cops in town, I would film them. But I didn't really get into the cop watching game. Well, first I got into the journalism game probably 2-3 years ago, or about 3 years ago now. I said, hey, you know what? I got a scanner app on my phone. I should listen to, like, when there's police calls and go out and film the police. Yeah, that's a good idea as a journalist. And it went from journalist to cop watcher and First Amendment auditor because I started seeing stories. Well, I started watching videos nationally. What's going on nationally, and I started seeing the nationally cops, like the guy in Mississippi, the cop that went up and sprayed the guy in the face because he had to chase him, and the guy was handcuffed and he OC'd him in the face. You know, stuff like that. I said, you know what, we need to film the cops, because you got police out there that are slipping through the cracks, that are bad people, can't handle their anger. Or they have the small man syndrome, short man syndrome, and they're bullies or whatever, and so we need to film them. I mean, all the cops in Ukaipa are great. That's why I've started doing cop watching in other cities, because the ones in Ukaipa are just great. Like the sergeant said this morning, we're boring, kinda, because you're all so nice. But you know, I mean, I've had a couple of head bumps with a couple of the officers here, but that's not because they're bad cops. It's because that's called humanness. I mean, humans bump heads sometimes, and it just happens. That's why we're different. We're individuals. That's why, because we're all different. We all bump heads sometimes. We don't always get along. But I'm all about cop watching. That's why I'm here. I'm all about auditing, and I love all the people. I was watching High Desert Community Watch video in there, and the young trooper that got trained. You guys should go watch that one. Go watch Tulare County. Go to his channel, Tulare County Cop Watch, and watch It Gets Crazy. That cop looks like Nacho Libre. I swear to God, he's cracking me up. But yeah. So go watch that one. And like I said last night, if you can help out Big Nick, South Florida Accountability, help Nick out 6. He really needs some help right now. And but I'm here for the community. I'm not going to get into any fights. I'm not going to get into calling out other channels or calling out other auditors or calling out other cop watchers. Just going to keep this train moving forward. And the reason I say that is there's an auditor. It's now First Amendment Audit Ohio, and I don't have any facts, so I'm not going to say anything against him. But for somehow he got pulled into some type of drama, and he's in this drama with these other auditors out there. And I don't even know if he watches my videos, but if you do, dude, just leave it behind you. Move forward. Worry about cop watching and First Amendment auditing. I don't do a lot of First Amendment audits these days because here locally in Southern California, it's almost boring. I mean, it really is. They come out, they see you, it's a pass, and they walk away. I don't know if they're on to us. They're like, yeah, they're doing these audits or whatever, but they're on to us. So it's really nothing for you guys to be entertained by. Because admit it, you guys are entertained when it's a fail. You really are. You're like, oh, here it comes, confrontation, baby. I mean, as humans, that's what we live on. I used to go to the bull riding competitions. You know, the bull riders, what was it? Bull riders I don't remember, but BR something. Tough Hedeman was a big guy in that. In fact, I think Tough Hedeman was one of the ones that organized that group. But why do you go watch bull riding? You don't go watch bull riding because it's cool to see him spinning on a bull. You want to see that guy get thrown off and then kicked away with a bull's horn. You know? That's why. You don't watch NASCAR to see cars go round and round. You watch NASCAR because you want to see the car get hit and go flying up into the fence like Carl Edwards did that one race. And then the car flipped like 6 times. Of course, he jumped out and ran across on foot the finish line. But that's why we watch NASCAR, to see cars flip over. That's why we watch bull riding, to see the guy get horned, to see him get, stomped on and kicked across the dirt. So that's why we watch First Amendment audits, right? And cop watches, because you want the confrontation. Admit it. A little rush goes through you. Sometimes a little anger. I get pissed off at some of those cops. I'm like, man, if I was there. What I was saying is the First Amendment audits here, they're getting kind of boring because everybody's like, hey, how you doing? But the cop watching I like, because sometimes cops get a little rough, their feathers a little ruffled when you're standing there with the camera like this. But they have to understand, look, like that sergeant said this morning, you got bad cops, they give good cops a bad name. And like I said to him, cop gets out of the car and walks up there and they go, hey, pig. That's not because they think that cop's a pig. It's because the dude 2 towns over ended up slapping somebody and threw their boyfriend on the ground and kicked him in the ribs. And now they see this other cop, well, he's a pig. Why? Because the cops are pigs. Not because of him, because of that dick across town that kicked the dude in the ribs or what have you. I'm just making up something. Because of that Mississippi cop, this is true, that walked up to the handcuffed guy and OC'd him in the face for running. I mean, he ended up getting terminated because of his body cam footage, got him fired. But I don't believe, I got to go back on that story. I read it several months ago or a few months ago. But I don't believe anybody was filming. I believe it was the body cam footage that got that guy fired. If somebody had been filming, what if the body cam footage wasn't running? What if nobody had their body cam on and then there was that guy's word against the cops? You see what I'm saying? So, thank God that somebody had their body cam running and that cop got fired, but that's why we film. So any cops that are watching my videos, I don't film because I want to catch you guys in a bad situation. I hope you guys do the right thing. You know, I hope you are good public servants. But if I do catch you doing the wrong thing, who's at fault? The fisherman or the fish? You know, I'm standing there with a pole. Is it my fault you come up and grab the hook? You could have just been like, I ain't doing that. I ain't taking that. You know, and just do the right thing. Like that one cop in Hemet. You know, I'm going to call out the police departments as I can. But that cop in Hemet, when they had pursued the guy and he crashed through the fence, and the girl came up, and I found out later by just filming it that she was wanting to get stuff out of the car, her stuff out of the car. But she was asking the cop questions about the car, and he goes, hey, just mind your business. Okay, go on and mind your own business. That's not the way you speak to the public when you're a public servant. Okay, when you're a police officer, you're a public servant, just like I'm a public servant. I have clients. And what if I was to tell my clients, hey, just mind your business, okay? I'm talking to this person. You don't do that, because sometimes they'll bring friends or relatives in, and they're just like observers while you're talking to this person, and they want to chime in. And sometimes I'll answer their questions, you know, well, yeah. Or I'll say, you know, let me deal with this real quick, and then I'll gladly answer your questions. And usually they're like, okay, yeah, I see, yeah, you guys do your thing. And then we'll finish, and then I'll go, you had some questions? Or whatever, right? But I don't say mind your own business, okay? But that's what that cop in Hemet did. And I thought, man, that was rude. That's like not even rude. That's above rude. That's like beyond rudeness. So I thought, that's not the way, you know, just because you're a cop with a badge, you can't be barking orders at people like that. That's why we film, though, is because we want those people that are going to be rude to the public or unprofessional or unethical, policy violators, lawbreakers that are with a badge. We want people to see them so that they're on the spot, so that they're exposed. We want the limelight on them, the spotlight on them, so that other people can say, look at that, you know, because they're representing their department. Now everybody will say, look, that's the police department, that's what they're like, you know, and then the good cops, hopefully, will go to the unprofessional, unethical, policy violating cops and go, dude, knock it off, man. You're giving us a bad freaking name, you know, but hopefully they'll do that. What am I talking about? I digress. No, so I've said a lot. Hopefully you guys are still watching. Like I said, when I see videos like this, what I'm making right now, a lot of times I'll click it and I'll do something like I'll do the dishes or I'm, you know, making dinner, but I'm always looking over and listening and watching the video too. So, you know, you can do that. When I make videos like this and you're like, okay, just watch it, listen to it while you're doing something. That'll make it more interesting, I guess. All right, news now, you Kipe. I'm almost done with my cigar. And I'll give you guys something to chew on, something to comment on. And I'll talk to you guys later. By the way, don't unsubscribe, guys. Now, if you leave now, you're going to miss all those cop watches I'm going to be doing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay? And you're probably going to miss a good Thanksgiving video. So you got to stay, or you're going to miss some good stuff. And then what? You're going to have to hear about it. You know? It's like that when your friend invites you to a party, you got to go. Do you really want to be the guy that stays home, goes to bed early, your buddy's banging on the door in the morning, you get up, you go, what, man? Dude, you should have been there last night.